The crazy thing is that most people are just allowing this unnecessary source of pain, of judgment, of comparison, of anxiety, of depression, of damaged mental health, just openly allowing it to slowly take them down one day at a time, one mindless habit at a time. Hey, it's Carly Burr, and welcome back to Taking Life Offline. Do you have a habit or something that you just do every day without even thinking about it? Something as simple as brushing your teeth before you walk out the door, or opening the fridge because you feel hungry. Those things, although they're a habit, they serve a purpose. They are there for a reason. They have a point. Like brushing your teeth. The point of brushing your teeth is to take care of your teeth, to make sure that they stay healthy and that they stay strong. Also to make sure that you aren't that person who walks into the room and people hold their breath when they're around you, not because they're afraid of what you're going to say, but they're afraid you might knock them out with your breath. It keeps you from being that person. That's why you brush your teeth. Opening the fridge is a gateway to fueling and feeding your body when it's telling you that it's hungry. These things, they're great, even though we don't put much thought into them. They serve a great purpose for us and for our lives. But simultaneously, this thought of having habits on autopilot that we don't really think much about also kind of scares me as a little bit dangerous, because it means there's probably quite a few things that are on autopilot that aren't actually serving us, that actually don't have a point or serve a purpose in our lives. And those are what I would like to bring to light today. These habits that don't have a point, particularly around our phones. I do it. I pick up my phone and I go, what was I doing here again? Why am I holding this in my hand? It was probably to search something or to check the weather or to do something that honestly could probably wait. I make a conscious effort to leave my phone in another room because I don't need to have it with me 24/7. But I'm not perfect at this, and there is always room for improvement, no matter where you sit. But what about for you? Do you have a habit of picking up your phone or maybe opening up social media without having a real purpose or reason behind it? Does that action, does it have a point? I want to look even further into this and ask, what's the purpose of social media in general? Is it to entertain? Is it to educate? Is it to connect? What specifically is the purpose of social media for you in your life? If you're not the one educating, if you're not the one entertaining, then you're probably the one who's there consuming those things, or the one who's there trying to feel connected to other people or feel connected to the world. I want to go even further into this connection piece. If you're someone who shares your life online to stay connected with your family, connected with your friends, so they can interact with you through a post, through a like, or through a comment, what is the actual point of posting things like the vacation that you went on, like the selfie? When people are sharing their vacations, when they're sharing their highlight reels, really, what is the point? Is it all ego? Look at my trip to the Bahamas. Look how much fun I'm having in my life. Look how happy I am. Look how adventurous we are. Look how alive we are. Look, I'm here. Validate me. Interact with me. Let me know that you see me. So you get some likes, people start commenting, and you, in that moment, you feel seen for a second. You feel like you're noticed, like you hold space in the world. But do you see how shallow this connection really is? The sad part about this is people move on. Okay, they keep scrolling past your picture, and guess what? They probably never think about you on that vacation you took to the Bahamas ever again until you post again. Hey, in case you forgot, I'm still here. Yep, still happy, in case you were wondering. Still looking for validation in the wrong places and still longing to be heard. And in all seriousness, I feel for each person who feels this way, because it's a basic human need. We all need to be seen. We all need to be heard. It's an important part of our existence. So to those people who don't have close family or close friends who are able to help them feel seen and feel heard, or maybe you do, but you haven't yet built those relationships in a way that fulfills these needs offline. Turning to social media makes so much sense, because we will go wherever we have to go to get the things that we need. We will do whatever we've got to do to meet those needs. This clearly is not a fulfilling way to meet these needs. This is a very temporary way to fulfill them, and it's very empty. It doesn't actually fulfill that need. What it does is it band-aids it. for a period of time. You guys, if you really think about it, if we were to go back in time to the people who came way before us and we were to say, check out the advancements that we have in our day. We have cars, we have cell phones that we can communicate on, we can text and we can call in an instant. They'd be like, oh my gosh, that's awesome. That makes so much sense. You have cars so you can easily and more quickly travel from place to place. We would love to have something like that. Wow, I'm so happy for you guys. You guys have phones to call and text on. You don't have to send a letter and wait days for it to get there and then wait days for a response. How efficient, how convenient. Now, what if we told these people about social media? We go, hey guys, get this. We also have this thing called social media. Yeah, it's where we share our filtered lives online. We share details people don't really need to know about our lives. And we also look at other people's details that we don't necessarily need to know about their lives either. We do this to usually distract ourselves, and it ends up destroying our self-esteem, taking away our contentment and our joy. It would be like, wait, what? What did you just say? And you do this knowingly? And you do this willingly? Wait, what? When you think about it this way, it really is so bizarre. If you could just take a different angle, a bird's eye point of view, give yourself some space between it so you can actually get away and out of it, so you can see from the outside like how really silly all of this really is and how pointless it looks, you'd realize and you'd see that you're better off to just focus on the details of your life. Be in your life where you are. And stop worrying about everybody else online. Stop worrying about what everybody else is doing. So earlier when I asked, what's the point? What is the point of social media for you? Why are you there? I'll share my answer for why I'm where I am while you think about yours. I'm on YouTube and only YouTube because I'm trying to encourage, I'm trying to inspire people to consider living life without social media. That it is an option and a fact that you have a choice whether to be or not to be there. And to help you understand that life on the other side doesn't have to be boring or lonely. In fact, it can be the exact opposite of that. I'm on YouTube to spread this message, to create this awareness. That is why I am here. Not to fulfill my personal need for connection, not to stay in the know. I've built my life offline in a way that fulfills these needs with genuine in-person connection that still helps me be living in this world but not becoming of this world. Building my life in such a way has taken away so much unnecessary baggage that comes when you choose to share pieces of your personal life online. If your reason for being online is to stay in the loop, consider other ways to do so. Look into other resources because there are plenty. If you're worried about not seeing an update about something important that happens to someone that you know or someone that you care about, it's as simple as letting them know that you're not going to be on social media anymore and that you'd love them to keep you in the loop. You'd love to stay updated on exciting, important life events that happen to them. Tell them to send you a text. Create another form of connection that doesn't exist online. I personally have friends who send me pictures of their family, of their kids, when something cute and something fun and exciting happens that they want to share because they know I'm not on social media and they know I would love to see. When my friend did her gender reveal, she sent it to me through a text. She sent me the video through a text, not attached to anyone else, not attached to anywhere else, and I don't have any clue if she posted it online. I don't know. But she sent it to me personally because that's the type of relationship that we have built. Something exciting is happening in her life. She sent me the video because she knows that's how I'm going to see it. I'm not going to see it on social media. And that means that she and I have a strong enough connection that I should be seeing that. I'm not just some random number online who really doesn't need to see it. If you're not going to send what you're posting, if you wouldn't send this directly to the people that are following you, what's the point of even posting it? You're showing people for no specific reason. These people probably don't really care, and you don't really care enough about them. So being offline helps you have a tighter circle of more genuine friends and more genuine connections because it requires that. The point is there are other ways. I have another friend who lives a couple hours away from me, so I don't see her very often, maybe a couple times a year. So every few months, we'll either FaceTime or we'll text each other and ask what we've been up to the last couple of months. And then we send like 15 photos of what we've been up to and the cute things that our kids have done, how they're growing and how they're changing. And it's so much more enjoyable of time to catch up because I'm not seeing these things as they're unfolding in her life, as they're happening. If she's posting it online, I'm not seeing it in that moment. And if I were, I would like the post, comment on it and say something, but probably not actually have a conversation with her about it. Do you see how this is working? When you actually are offline, you have to talk about these things. You don't just like and comment and move on. It allows for greater relationship building to happen. It allows for more genuine connection and more enjoyable, meaningful conversations. It's a win-win all around. And guess what? There's no ego attached. There's no external validation, which is like a little bow on top. My point in sharing all this, as we are talking about what is the point, is to bring awareness and get your gears grinding about the habit of turning to your phone or posting on social media for no good reason or with no real intention. I want to help you break this cycle and encourage you to no longer have this as a default habit that you don't put much thought into. I want you to call this out and see this as a habit that isn't serving you. To see it as a habit that should be broken or dropped altogether or replaced with something with more depth, with more meaning. Something that will actually help you grow and progress in your life and bring the focus back to the things that actually matter rather than distracting you from those very things. Staying on social media is easy. It means you get to avoid discomfort and you get to stay hidden. You don't have to put yourself out there or have deeper conversations or face parts of yourself in your life. But doing the easy thing, it doesn't help anyone. It doesn't help anyone create any sort of positive or meaningful or impactful change. Doing the easy thing always keeps us stuck. It doesn't keep us progressing through each season of our life as we should. So my friend, honestly, what's the point to all this madness? It's unnecessary. The crazy thing is that most people are just allowing this unnecessary source of pain, of judgment, of comparison, of anxiety, of depression, of damaged mental health, just openly allowing it to slowly take them down one day at a time, one mindless habit at a time. And that is why I'm here to raise the conversation of why are you here? What's the point? What could your life be like, look like, feel like without it? How much closer to God could you be? To yourself, to your goals, to your loved ones. You have the ability to live offline. You have the ability to begin building and crafting your life offline, to be so much more lively, so much more aligned, so much more connected and fulfilled, and so many incredible feelings that you deserve to be experiencing more of. What lies on the other side of this temporary discomfort, and we're going to call it out for what it is because it is temporary. What lies on the other side is so worth it. And this applies to any habit that we're trying to break free from, any habit that does us more harm than it does good. Which brings me to our action step for today's episode. I challenge you to take a look at your life, to identify those habits that are on default mode, those habits that are just slipping in there without much thought, to identify them and call them out, find the ones that are not serving you and ask yourself, what's the point? And then make plans to take action towards breaking or replacing or just completely dropping these habits altogether. Let's create space for better emotions in our daily lives. And looking at these habits is a great place to start. If you're listening on Spotify, underneath this episode, you can answer the question directly there. The question is, what habits did you identify are no longer serving you, and how could breaking these habits improve your life? I hope to hear from you soon, and I wanted to thank you so much for being here and for listening to another episode of Taking Life Offline. If you enjoyed today's episode, if you got some value out of it or have some new action steps you're ready to go and take, I would appreciate it so much if you left a review letting me know that you enjoyed this episode or letting me know what I can do to improve. Any type of feedback is appreciated, and I'm always open to constructive criticism. So anything is great for me to hear from you. So thank you so much for being here. I will catch you next Monday.